beautiful bookish friends. Welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name's Steph. I'm here with an exciting book haul for multiple reasons. One, say hi to Daenerys. Oh my goodness. Last time you guys saw her, she was a little bit smaller. She is now currently 5 months old, 60 plus pounds, and thinks she's a lap dog. Oh my god. Also, this is my last book haul of the year because the next one scheduled for after this is when I treat myself for my birthday, which is in the first week of January. To make it even more special, I was kindly sent a package by the wonderful team over at Plum Deluxe. Thank you so much for sending me this package. This is a tea unboxing and book haul, so I'm so excited. So we're going to try some tea and talk about some books. Plum Deluxe reached out to me and said, hey, would you mind trying out some of our decadent teas while you talk about your books? And I said, abso-freaking-lutely. I checked out their website and there were so many amazing tea flavors that I'd never heard of and combinations. Oh my goodness. Okay, whoa. My goodness, look at all this tea. I'm so excited. Oh, do you know how many booktube channels I've watched in which they've talked about unboxing teas and stuff and drinking tea while talking about books? I'm living my best bookish life. We have coconut macaroon dessert tea, Italian wedding cake black tea, vanilla sugar cookie. Oh, this is so cute. It actually looks like little hearts. Can you see that? The tea is compressed into these little heart shapes. This is vanilla rose dark tea pure. And then I have mindful morning black tea. Let's choose a tea to enjoy while I tell you guys about Plum Deluxe and we get started on our book haul. Plum Deluxe is a tea subscription website and service in which you can order fresh tea straight to your home. There are quizzes that you can take in order to determine which teas are right for you, dependent on what you like for your tea, whether that be iced, hot, with cream, without cream, with sugar, with honey, with lemon. They have a Tea of the Month club where each month celebrates a themed tea flavor along with perks that you can get, such as downloadable coloring pages for adults, self-care packages and suggestions for soothing playlists and meditation exercises. There's infusers and tea sets and mugs. I'm enjoying this month's tea in one of my favorite mugs because if you know me, you know my brand, you know it's spooky season, it's what I do. This is my favorite mug, and let's try some of this pure tea steeped. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey in it, maybe a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna try it without cream this time. Here we go with our first mention in this book haul. Ugh, these bricks. This is book 2 and 3 in the Stormlight Archive, Words of Radiance and Oathbringer. Can you see the sizable difference? Each of these is well over 1,000 pages. I really enjoyed this series so far. Brandon Sanderson has yet to let me down. But my gosh, can he just finish a series, please? I can taste the rose and a hint of vanilla. This one, it's more black tea than anything else is what I'm getting. This feels very cozy. This feels like a springtime cozy. I think to keep within the fall vibes, I might go with one of their cinnamon stuff next. If you haven't read the Stormlight Archive and you've been wanting to get into Brandon Sanderson, I highly suggest it because this doesn't disappoint. This has to be one of the best high fantasy series that I've probably ever read. Is that saying a lot considering that I haven't really read too many high fantasy series? Probably not. The artwork is stunning. Art by Michael Whelan. Thank you, Michael, for your contribution to society. And here, oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, looking at the artwork is not a spoiler, right? It can't be, because look at how stunning this artwork is. I am in love. I have zero regrets about buying this series. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Is there art in the back too? There's art in the back too! Oh my I haven't looked at the art before, but you guys, look at this. Next level. And the art inside Words of Radiance, it's Xiran. I love this so much. You guys know that I'm a sucker for any book that has art appreciation, especially when one of our main characters is an artist. My heart is so full. This next one, let's be really honest about this. I got this for $2 and that's the only reason that I got it, even though I know quite a few other booktubers either really enjoy or really don't enjoy this book. Is it that polarizing? I'm not sure, but look at the hollow colors on the cover. I love it. This is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. From what I understand about Night Film, I think it's horror or mystery thriller. Something about a famous director who's known for horror movies. Their daughter is found dead. They think it's a suicide. It might not be a suicide because they're a detective looking into the cursed history of this family. Something like that. I'm not sure, but all that I really know is that I was ordering textbooks online, which you'll also see in this haul, and I needed to add something to my cart for $2 to get free shipping. It was either pay $3 for shipping or pay $2 for another book and get free shipping. So I just chose this because that's what there was there. You guys know that I'm looking to really deep dive into horror next year because it's one of my favorite genres and also one of my least read genres. But if you're a fan of Night Film, let me know in the comments below if you think that I should bump this higher up on my priorities for 2022. This next one was a gift from my partner, and that is Unbirthday. Okay, this was so sweet of them. I am not a retelling fan, but I was really into Alice in Wonderland growing up, and my partner went to the bookstore, saw this Alice in Wonderland inspired story, and thought they had to get it for me, which was so cute. So I definitely plan on reading it. It says, what if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very, very late? It's so pretty. Not only is it dark aesthetic on the outside, but it's bright, happy yellow on the inside, and it's matching me right now, and this is favorite colors: black and yellow. My partner knows me so well, and this just makes me so happy. It looks like it's gonna be a fast read. I think this is a young adult, so I'll probably end up picking this up at some point when my TBR game allows this to come up for a prompt, but I'm just gonna go into this with no expectations, just looking to have a good time. Iron Widow, which is the November pick for the Interstellar Book Club, which is the sci-fi book club, and I'm so thankful for everyone who's been in this club with us for the past over a year. I am so excited to read this in November. It's a YA. I'm just hyped for giant robots. What I know about this is it is a retelling of the first female emperor of China, I believe, and there's dual pilots in these giant robots that are being used to fight against some evil thing. I'm hoping it's giant monsters. I'm not sure. But our main character is out for revenge, I think. This is being hyped up a lot online, so. Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, which I read in October, so technically I finished this already. This was for the Enchanted Book Club, which is another book club I run that is monthly themed and changes every month. We're reading mostly standalones. I just finished filming an independent review for this. I'm not sure if that review is going to go up before or after this video, but if it's already out, I'll leave a link up above. This is a Gothic horror, which I actually fairly enjoyed. I ended up giving this 4 stars. So I won't go into too much detail about this here, but we're in 1950s Mexico following a young girl named Noemi. She's like 23, going to visit her sister-in-law to find out what exactly is going on after her family receives some disturbing letters from her about her husband potentially trying to murder her? Check out my review if you'd like to hear full details on all of my thoughts. And I'll also leave a link for the live show if you'd like to hear me and all my other co-hosts talk about it. And Unkindness of Ghosts, this was also the October pick for the Interstellar Book Club, Sci-Fi Book Club. This is a horror. It's based on the antebellum South, and so we're set in space on a space station, finding a new planet for humanity to rebuild upon. Our main characters are mostly described as African descendants, women of color, who are these slaves on this ship run by a white patriarchy. It's really interesting. It's very hard-hitting. Trigger warnings for some serious discussions on mental health and atrocities against women. This hit me really heavy in the emotions, and I had no idea that this is Own Voice's autistic rep in here. The author did such an amazing job in expressing that subtly through the writing and the context in which our characters interact with each other. I highly recommend this. Please do check it out if you haven't already. It's one of those really interesting places in which sci-fi and culture come together to hold up a mirror to society and to history, in the hopes that by us examining these structures that have existed throughout time as results of colonization, that they won't repeat themselves. But will they though? You hope not. Escaping First Contact by T.S. Beier. Tina, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Please let me know if I am doing so. But this is book 1 in the Burnt Ship trilogy? Oh, it's a trilogy. Duh, it says it right in the back. This was sent to me by my wonderful friend Tina, who's also a member of the Interstellar Sci-Fi Book Club, and we wanted to support Tina, so we are selecting this as the December pick for the club. If you would like to join us to read this book with us, or Iron Widow, or anything else that we will be reading, the links for all of the book clubs that I am a part of will be in the description below, along with the links to all of the co-hosts so that you can follow them and get notifications as to when announcements are being made. But First Contact is an independently published book, so congratulations Tina on this, and thank you so much for sending me a copy. It says, I'll just read really briefly what it is on the back. At the far edge of cultivated space, a derelict ship rests. 10 times larger than the biggest Terran dreadnought, the ship is not recognized by any of the 5 species tenuously coexisting in the galaxy. Small crews are sent to investigate. What they find is a trap. Once in the metal labyrinth's clutches, it is clear the unlikely allies will not escape unless they can work together as a team. Unfortunately, trust and cooperation are entirely out of the question. An immersive tale of escape and camaraderie, Escaping First Contact brings together an unforgettable cast of characters, richly detailed alien cultures, deft humor, and explosive action. I'm very excited to give a full and honest review on this. Also, great job on the cover, Tina. It looks really good. Then 2 books that I got for school. The first one is Latinx Art on Artists, Markets, and Politics. In case you're not aware or you're new to my channel, I am currently getting my MFA in studio arts. I'm still slowly working my way through this book along with every other book that I am reading for school. I also know that I plan on very soon making a video about all of the books that I'm reading for my graduate degree. This will be in there. Hopefully I have a little bit more insight to give to you when that video gets made, but from what I understand, is that like my line? Is that what I say all the time? From what I understand? This is about examining Latinx artists in the contemporary art scene and market. What does it mean as a Latinx person to be an artist and try to make work surrounding anything, whether it be personal identity, cultural identity, disassociation, or work that has nothing to do with your identity in a market that constantly wants to center itself on, tokenism, dare I say, from the lens of Latinx curators, artists, gallery directors, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm getting from the introduction so far, so we will see about that. And then lastly is Necropolitics by Achille Mbebe. Sorry if I'm not saying that correctly, and this is also one that I'm going through very slowly. My brain will wrap around this at some point because I'm using it to write a very large research paper at this point. I can't surmise what this book is to you right now. I'm just gonna talk about it from what it says on the back. In Necropolitics, Achille Mbebe, a leader in the new wave of Francophone critical theory, theorizes the genealogy of the contemporary world, a world plagued by ever-increasing inequality, militarization, enmity, and terror, as well by a resurgence of racist, fascist, and nationalist forces determined to exclude and kill. He outlines how democracy has begun to embrace its dark side and what he calls nocturnal body, which is based on the desires, fears, effects, relations, and violence that drove colonialism. This shift has hollowed out democracy, thereby eroding the very values, rights, and freedoms. Liberal democracy routinely celebrates the death of capitalism? Again, I could be totally butchering this. I have no idea. Do you see the density? If you want to know my thoughts on what this book is about, come back for that books I'm reading for my master's video, because my god, Steph, that was a horrible description. Okay, can I do this? Oh, I can do this. I got some. What a stack. What a stack. Okay, these are all the books that were mentioned in the book haul. This is really heavy. Thank you to Plum Deluxe for sponsoring this video. Gosh, this is heavy, and there's a dog on my leg, and she's really heavy. Okay, thanks. I post videos every week. Bye!
What's happening, Mr. Walker?
What?